Happy Thursday. We are working in the 65% rep range today. We've got some quad and glute work. Let's get warmed up and get started. So we're heading over to the barbell first. I believe it's a 10 by 4. If I'm wrong, sorry about that. We're doing some front squats. So load it up to your 65%, right? We've got the two different holds. If you've got good wrist and hand mobility, you're holding that right at your shoulders, on your fingertips, keeping those elbows pointed forward. Or we can take that cross arm right hold where the hands are on top of the bar, arms are crossed, still keeping those elbows pointed forward as we come down into a nice squat and back up. Notice how the bar stays in the same spot from my shoulders down to squat. Straight line down, straight line up. That's how we know we've got some good form. We're going to pair this with a quad pull. This is per side. So you're either grabbing that heavier band, right? And we're pulling on one side, holding that core nice and tight. You'll feel a nice pull in the quads here, all right? Or you can challenge yourself and grab a kettlebell for the quad pulls. All right, this was a little challenging for me. I definitely recommend having some shoes on to do this. Otherwise, it was sliding off my foot. Little balance check there. But you could also grab a kettlebell here. That'll add some extra weight, especially if those bands don't provide enough resistance for you. Kind of giving a side view here. Again, balance check. Put those shoes on possibly, right? And we're doing per side for 4 rounds here. Then we're moving it into our accessories. We've got a 30-30, 5 rounds at the same exercise. So we are doing a walking lunge with a kettlebell pass through and pause. All right. Just keep walking forward. I'm just showing you this here. We're stepping forward. We're passing from the inside out, around and up to a pause. Inside out, around and up to a pause. All right, 5 rounds there. And then we're going to grab a bench, preferably the one that has a white or gray base so that we can put a band around it. I have a thicker blue band, and then I've also got a band around my knees. All right, so I'm just taking the top part of that band, lifting it up to my hips, got the other band around my knees, bringing it down, right? Bench should be right under our shoulder blades. Nice neutral spine. Head should not be moving during this. Find a point to look at and keep your eyes fixed there straight in front of you. And then you are pushing through the hips. 5 rounds here. All right, then we're going to grab a plate. We're going to do an elevated curtsy lunge with 3 pulses. So lunge, 1, 2, 3. Come back up, other direction. Lunge, 1, 2, 3. I step back a little far that time. Guys, you don't have to step back crazy far, right? You're stepping behind your other leg, but you kind of want that knee in line with your heel, okay? So if you're not sure where to be stepping, step that foot back. Knee right behind the heel, all right? And then our last one, we're doing a heavy march. So grab 2 heavy kettlebells and we're just standing in place and marching. Should be holding that core nice and tight here. I'm talking heavy kettlebells. If you swing 35s, you should be holding at least 45s in each hand, and so on. And then our bonus today is some kettlebell swings. Guys, how we pick this up off the ground and how we set it back down is crucial to avoiding injury and back pain. All right, you're going to hike it back like a football. Give it your good solid swings, hinging at the hips, squeezing those glutes, you guys. And then when you are done with your swings, you are going to hike it back out forward and let it fall out in front.